These are the things you need to do to be successful in the open. Coach Berek here, Equity Podcast, giving you tools to be fit for life. So we have the open coming up, and we're going to break down how to find success in the open for you. So we're just going to start from announcement and then all the way to Monday when we submit our scores. How to be successful. And before we get into that, actually, we need to define what success is, right? Understanding why you're doing the open, understanding what your goals are overall in life, right? Like, why do you work out? Why do you go to the gym? And why are we doing the open? Like, why are we doing these things? What's the goal for that? What is the success? What does success look like? And for me, I'm just trying to have fun. For me, I am trying to maximize my current fitness, right? I'm always trying to get better. I'm always working towards better. And I'm not going to be able to get fitter in the next 4 days. But what I can do is when when the workout gets announced, I can set myself up for success. I can plan and make sure I can maximize what I'm capable of doing. And the reason I like doing that is it shows me what I'm capable of. It shows me that I can do hard things. It shows me that and then also it's fun to do that thing. Like, I like the planning. I like doing the little things. I like focusing on the transitions and doing all that stuff. So it's really fun for me as well. All right. Enough about that. Let's get down to the specifics. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces of advice, 7 pieces of the 7-piece plan that we're looking for in order to succeed at this, to reach our potential, to maximize our potential in the open. And the first one is to read the workout and watch the workout. When if you were just to do a workout blind, just like, all right, here it is and go do it, versus being able to watch somebody else and then do it, what are those performances going to be like? That when you are able to watch somebody else do the workout, you're going to gain some insight. And being able to do that is going to help. So watching somebody at the gym do it, or watching a video of somebody else doing it, that can help you learn on how to attack this workout. And then we also want to read it so that we want to know this workout really, really well, so that when we're in the middle of it, we don't need to be thinking about what's next or how am I going to do this. We want to know exactly what's going on, what the standards are, and how we're going to execute this workout, right? The less energy we have to put towards thinking about those things, we can put into focusing on breathing, focusing on mechanics, focusing on my specific strategies, focusing on what we need to focus on. So read the workout multiple times, watch other people do the workout multiple times if possible. The internet is just so amazing. It lets you do that beforehand. So try and get that in if you can. It's not the worst case scenario if you can't, but watching somebody, this is how we maximize um, our results. So read and watch. The next one is based off of that, based off of reading, based off of watching other people, based off reading other strategies on how to attack the workout, is design your plan. Now, you're going to watch other people do it and you're going to read about it. You want to set up a plan that's going to work for you, right? I'm not going to watch, the games athletes in the announcement and then be like, oh, I like that plan. That's how I'm going to do it. that's not going to work. Not going to work. I'm going to crash and burn very fast. But there are things that I can learn about that. Oh, I liked how they transition from that. My transitions might take a little bit longer. My pacing on the movement might be a little slower, but I can use some of those transitions that they were using to help. I can see different ways that I can plan this workout. Ooh, The last week when I did toes bar and I did sixes, I burned out really fast. I should probably stay with two or threes the entire workout. Have a plan for you. All right, plan and stick to that plan as best you can. Right, things happen. You'll have to adjust, but have a plan and writing it out, writing that down. Even like you have a board and you have, all right, I'm doing 10 toes bar and I'm going to do 4-3-3, and you write that on the board so you don't have to think about it. Oh, I'm doing 4. It doesn't matter if I feel on that first round. It doesn't matter if I feel good or not. I'm doing 4-3-3. Have that plan and stick to it as best you can. Now, this is where I get the most people fighting me, and that is having a proper warm up. When we do classes, you're going to warm up, you're going to do your thing. So we're going to have this in there, but we get a lot of complaining. We need to warm up. If we just jump into that, you're just going to get punched in the face with that heart rate spiking. Your body needs to get that heart rate up and understand, okay, it's okay. We're going to be working out. We're going to be doing something. So I don't just have to jack it all the way up and then I spike out and then I burn out and can't do anything. We need to slowly bring it up, get it up high, let it come back down. Bring it up a little bit, let it come back down. And then we're prepping that body, we're prepping that engine so we can get going. We need to prep the movements. We need to prep all those joints. We need to make sure that we're feeling good. A perfect example for me is pistols. Pistols, I'm always like, I don't want to do a lot of these because I don't like doing them. But whenever I do them in a workout, they always feel better about halfway through the workout because I didn't warm them up enough. If I would have warmed up, do a little bit more volume beforehand, it would have helped. Now, on some movements, muscle ups or toes to bar or chest to bar movements, there is a line where we don't want to do too much because then we'll fatigue that muscle group. But in general, we want to warm up more than we want to. If you're sweaty, you're probably warm. We're probably in the right ballpark. So we need to make sure that we're getting a little bit more warm up than we usually want to. So make sure you warm up properly. If you're redoing the workout, we'll get into this a little bit later. Make sure you spend 5 minutes on a machine before you do anything. Just get on there, just get some zone 2 cardio work just to kind of get that body ready to go. The next one is pacing. This is the biggest reason that people mess up during the open, is they don't realize that yes, you feel really good in the first round, but if you do too big of sets, if you go too fast, you're going to lose more time in the end. So if I'm running a mile and I run that first 400 in, a minute 20 or in 60 seconds, I'm going to be burned out and my time is going to be really slow for the rest of that mile. I just used up all my energy. I sprinted the first 400 and now the next 1200 meters, I'm just going to be smoked. But if I take 2 minutes, right, I'll probably be like 10 minutes on that workout or on that run. But if I take a 2-minute 400 and I keep that pace, now I'm down to 8 minutes. I did 2 minutes better just by slowing down from the start. So we want to make sure that we're pacing the workout. I see this in gymnastic movements. This is where we see this all the time. It's like, oh, I'm capable of 5. So I'm going to do 3s. If you're capable of 5, if that's your max set, you should probably be doing singles because just linking is just going to burn you out. As an example, I might be capable of somewhere in the high 20s, low 30s with toes to bar, and I'm probably going to keep those numbers in a set. Like if it's 10s, I'm probably going to do 4-3-3 the entire way. So I don't burn out, so I can keep that rest time down. And that is all for pacing, to make sure that I can always be moving. I always want to be moving. So pacing is probably the biggest. That is what the open tests a lot. It's skills and pacing. Do you understand what you're capable of, and can you manage that? The next one is using the energy of the environment. So, when we're in the gym every day, if you have other people next to you, you're going to push a little bit harder. But now we're at a special event. Like, this comes around once a year. There's just a different level of energy when you have a judge with you, and it's just a different level. And we want to use that. We want to put that extra energy and put that little extra push in the workout now. Like, okay, now we're training most days. We should be training 90% of the time, 95% of the time. But today, these next 3 weeks, we have this one workout, maybe two workouts if we're redoing it, to really give it all we got. Like, we're competing. What am I capable of today? Let's do that thing. So the next one is, should you redo? Well, the first one is, do you want to? You don't have to. That's fine. But plan it beforehand. We don't want to say, oh, I'll redo it depending on what I get. No. Redo it no matter what. But you need to treat that first attempt like you're not going to. So I do all the planning. I make sure, like, hey, I'm going to attempt this workout like I'm not redoing it. Like, I'm giving it everything I have. But redo it no matter what. Because if we start putting, or don't, right? It's one of the two. Either redo all of them or don't redo all of them. One's not right or wrong. It just depends on your personality. But we don't want to put these restrictions on, or like these, hey, if I do this, then I won't. Just redo it or don't. One or the other. Just decide beforehand. And then if you do, you have to put effort in the redo. Not just during that workout, but beforehand. You need a plan. It's not just like, oh, I'll just redo it. Like, there has to be more than that. You need to you're going to get experience from doing the workout, but you need to put in planning. Video the first one and check out, hey, what can I do better? Where did I have inefficiency? Where did I miss a lot of time? How long were my transitions? How much time did I lose on certain movements? And then figure out, okay, this is what I need to do on this second attempt. This is how I'm going to change my strategy. Don't just go in and be like, oh, I'm just going to do it. Have a plan, replan, reanalyze, put in some work so that second attempt actually means something. Video, analyze, replan, and then execute, do it. And then the last one is just have fun. It's just, it's just working out. That's not to say it doesn't mean anything, but it's not the end of the world if it doesn't go how it's supposed to. We're just having fun with this. Like, and this is why I talked about the why in the beginning. We want to make sure we understand why we're doing this. We want to understand why we work out. If I'm a couple thousand places, if I wanted to be in the top 25%, and I'm in the top 40%, all right, you can be down for a little bit, but then be like, all right, I still had a lot of fun doing this, and it pushed me, and I did something that I never done before, right? I pushed, I worked hard, I put the effort in, and that's what we want. It's not about, to quote Miley Cyrus, it's not about the mountain, it's about the climb. There's always going to be something else. It doesn't matter what you achieve, there's always going to be something else after you achieve that. So by focusing on the work, focusing on the process, focusing on your systems, focusing on those things, making sure that they bring you joy, making sure that they bring you fulfillment. That's what it's about. It's not about making quarterfinals. It's about working out with all the awesome people at the gym every Friday night. And us supporting each other and pushing each other to be a little bit better than yesterday. Recap: read, watch the workout, watch some strategy videos, have a plan for you, not for somebody else. Proper warm up. Make sure you're warming up properly. Do a little bit more warm up than you want to. Pace. Watch your pacing. You should be right on the threshold of what you're capable of, but not over. Hold that as long as you can. Pace the workout. Use the energy of the week, right? Use the energy around you, right? Those other people. If you're redoing, don't just do it. Like, do it. Video it. Analyze it. Think about it. Write down your plan. What went well? What didn't? How are you going to change the plan? And then finally, have fun with it. If you think this might help somebody, share it with them. What are the things that you need or that you like to have when you're doing the open? Like, hey, I actually try and get to the gym 30 minutes earlier. I'd like this person to judge me. Like, what's the thing that really puts you on that next level to help you do your best on that day? So let me know, what are the things that helps you best during the open. Thanks so much. Really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to add a tool to your toolbox. Cheers.